the bedtime secret to creating your dream life. I got a question for you. Did you know that the best time to manifest your dream life, it's not when you're working hard? And I have to catch myself around this so many times. So I hope I can help you here. Actually, the best time is right before you fall asleep. And tonight, instead of you doing what you normally do at night, except if you do what I'm just gonna mention to you here, instead of that, instead of what most people do, they play out the stress from their day, they play out all the bad things that's going on, they think about all the bad things for tomorrow, and then they fall asleep. And problem is that when you do it like that, guess what you will get more of the day after, or what they will get more of the day after. So tonight, instead of doing it like that, I invite you to use this bedtime secret to reprogram your subconscious and to wake up closer to the life that you want. And there's science behind this. Even though it's Neville Goddard's teachings, there's science behind this, and we're going to dive into this. So first of all, problem for many entrepreneurs and many online creators. I'm very focused on online creators right now, helping them to manifest their communities, Skool communities, and their first paying clients, and then after that to get to a 10K month. And I'm going to share a little bit about that later in a couple of minutes in this video. And if you want to check it out right away, there's a link below this video to our manifestation community. So what happens for most people at night, and I've been like that for 30 or 40 years of my life, hustling and grinding all day, not taking time to get aligned, not taking time to calm down the nervous system, just hustling and grinding and trying to figure it all out. And then at night, they go to bed, or I did, and carrying, because the mind have been so focused, the things that didn't work out as they want to, it's now showing up and they think about it. The things that stressed them during the day is now showing up and they think about it lying there in bed. And I know I coach some very high level people, entrepreneurs in my life, and I know from myself, even if family life is not going as they want to, that can also be stressful at night. They lie down, they're calm, they try to be calm, but they're stressed. They think all of these things that they don't want to think. They're frustrated about things. They are frustrated about lack, about stress, about frustration, about clients or customers that's not behaving, or team members that's not behaving, things like that, right? And the thing is, the subconscious mind, it doesn't judge. It doesn't judge. And this means that it simply accepts whatever feelings and images that you bring to it. So this means that if you carry with you when you go to sleep frustrations from the day, you lie down, you think about what didn't work out for you, and you're stressed around it, you feel those emotions, your brain is just like playing those images, or however it works for you, and your subconscious mind does not know that this is not something that you want. It doesn't do it like that. It just feels that this is important for you, and somehow, and this is, maybe you know what I'm saying now, it keeps manifesting in the person's life, in the entrepreneur's life. So they'll just get more stress and lack and frustration. So, and this is taking me to the next step here, because what I'm speaking about, this exercise, the bedtime exercise, the best time to actually put the things that you want in your life into your subconscious mind, is at night. And Neville Goddard taught this in his teachings, and he said feeling is the secret. And he suggested, when you're going into SATS, it's called state akin to sleep, when you're going into SATS, this is a drowsy in between state. in that state, impress the new ideas, and very important, impress the emotions that you want to feel with that new dream life of yours. And I just checked out, that's why I have my notes here. Neville Goddard is not here today, but does this actually work when we speak about how is science? What does science know today? And it actually does. So I got this for you here. Brain waves, they slow down before sleep. It's a theta state, and it's making the subconscious mind more open. And actually, it's the same thing that happens when we are kids, small kids. We run around in a very hypnotic state. So everything we hear, everything we see, we're just absorbing it like sponges. That's why some of the things that we heard or we saw or experienced when we were young kids, they still are in there, around money, around success, around being good enough, around love. So, but just this state that Neville Goddard spoke about, SATS, state akin to sleep, you are in a theta state. So if you feel, if you see things you don't want and you feel stress or the anxiety, you will put that in your subconscious mind and you will trigger more of those things. So, and I'll share with you the practice around this in a moment. So it's why it's so important at night to really dial into your sleep. Take the time, calm down. I'm gonna play more. I'm gonna invite members in my community, in my Skool community, to do more of these things, and I'm gonna share some exercises around this. What I've done, what helped me, actually, not only to help me manifest better things in my life, but actually also to get much improved sleep, and I'm tracking it, so I know from data that this is right. So that was the brainwaves, they slowed down. The second thing that I wrote down is that neuroplasticity is heightened, which means so repeated feelings and imagery, it sink even deeper in this state, in the theta state, just before you go to sleep. So if you keep repeating the same things until it becomes your reality, it will go faster into your reality. So if you keep whatever it is, if you want to grow a dream life business, if you want to grow a Skool community, let's say you want to do your first clients, you're just starting out, and you just keep repeating this in your mind, and you feel so good about having your first clients or paying members in your community, and you do that before going to sleep. Just keep seeing that image and feeling those feelings, and it will sink deeper. And the third one that I wrote down is that emotions felt before sleep replay in the subconscious all night long. So even more important, right, to forget about, to shift yourself from a state of stress and frustration and whatever it is, and really take your time before falling into sleep to calm down, to get into those emotions that you want to feel, to get your mind to think about the things that you want to experience in your life, your dream life. So there's three things. The brain slows down, the neuroplasticity is heightened, and emotions felt before sleep replays in the subconscious all night long. So the practice around this, before I share this with you, so first of all, if you like this video, it's a new channel, please give it a like. And also, if you want to hear more about manifestation, and especially if you want to grow your own community, if you want to grow a community where you help people with your message, you help people with the things that you went through, your story, whatever it is, or just a hobby that you want to bring people into. If you want to grow a community like that, and you actually want to create a dream life business around this, really click on the subscribe button so you are with us here. We are all about manifestation, creating your dream life business from the inside out. And also, again, you can check out our community. It's free for the first 50 members. We're soon there, and the link is below this video. So now let's check out this practice step by step, how to do this. I got 5 steps for you here, simple steps. You can write them down or replay this video. And actually, if you want me to create a meditation around this, then put that in the comments. Put meditation, yes please, or something like that. Let me know if you want this. All right? So this step, first of all, relax into calm. And it's up to you to find out how long it will take. For some people it will be very quick. For some other it can take a little longer, depending on so many things, depending on your day, depending on your nerve system, and also what kind of trapped energies and emotions you got inside of you. But to do this, take a few breaths, and then long breath out, long breathing out. And test, you can do it through your nose, or you can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Test what makes you calm down the most. And then one thing that can be very, very good for you is to actually, when you do this, maybe set the intention, I'm releasing the day now. So I'm releasing the day now. Like that, and then just let your shoulders sink as you do this, and just feel your body is calming down. Then the next thing, and I'll really invite you to do this before you start this bedtime practice. Choose one desire. What happens to many is they want to choose 10 different desires. I want to have a six-pack, I want to get to 10K, I want my dream life, and then there's so much going on, and you kind of stress yourself with this. So instead, the invitation here is to choose one scene that you want to live. And it could be as simple, when you practice around this, as simple as saying, okay, I want to get my community up and running, and I want to get my first 10 members in there. If you got the 10 members, it could be I want to get my first 100 members in there. If you get your first 100 or whatever, you could say I want to get my first paying members or clients from the community. So, and imagine a scene where this is happening for you. You maybe you watch your community, you see there's now 10 members. Just one scene, that's it. Not 10, not 2, not 5, one scene. And then number 3, the third step is feel it as true. So imagine this short scene and really go into feeling it. So it can't be that you actually, I'm just looking at my Mac here, so maybe you touch the screen or you touch the button and you open your Skool community and you see there's 10, and maybe you have some music playing. Just imagine what kind of music, listen to that in your mind and feel your fingers on the button and your eyes are looking at your community. Get this scenery as detailed as possible. All right, and then fill it with emotion. So powerful. This is Neville Goddard saying, feeling is the secret. So joy, grateful, peace, powerful, whatever those emotions that arise inside of you, don't force them, just let it come and let it spread through your body. So maybe you feel some gratefulness, just feel that gratefulness, just lock yourself in on that gratefulness, feel it, breathe into it, and just okay, I want to expand that. That's your intention now, and make it even more powerful inside of yourself. Just breathe with this, play the scene, feel the emotions, and see how some nights it's going to be strong, some nights it's going to be a little less. Just play with this, have fun with this. And then number 5, drift into sleep. While you're holding the scene, while you are enjoying the emotions, drift into sleep. And remember what I said with the brain, the neuroplasticity and the emotion. So if you do this, and repetition, do it every night until you succeed, and then let your subconscious carry it all night. So it's kind of like you're marinating it in a pot. You're marinating the meat, you're marinating your desire in the pot all night. Let it sink into your subconscious. Just hand it over to your subconscious, because this is the thing that I started with. We don't have to. The best manifestation is not when we work hard. trust me, I worked hard today, but I worked because I was in a flow state and I just had to do something for the community. So I worked on that today, and that came after an intention that I set yesterday, and I went into sleep. I felt good, and I wake up, I saw this beautiful email. Was just the thing that I needed. I saw it and I just got to work. I just did the thing that I needed to do. So number 5, drift into sleep and let your subconscious mind do the whole thing for you. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and also I would love, as I said, put that in the comments if you would like a meditation around this, so I can somehow help you to drifting into sleep. Alright, that's it for this one. I would love to see you in the next video, and lots of love.